Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Rune News. I'm your host, Ryan, and as always, it's bloody good to have you guys here in the audience today. And if you can't tell, today is a very special episode of Rune News. We have a tier list behind us because Jagex has said there's no update happening until like July the 7th of something now, while the New Year period is happening in the Christmas period. We're doing a very special Christmas episode here on Rune News, and that is going through this year's updates, this year's discussions, whether it doesn't have to just be game updates from Jagex. Pretty much I've gone through my video files to remind myself what we've done, and I've put them all together in a tier list, which I will show you in a moment. This also includes a few projects that I've worked on myself on the side, anything to do with content creators making content, being dramatic. Not as much drama this year as there was last year, obviously, which was a wild year last year, so people have obviously learnt their place, understood the pecking order, and started behaving, for the most part at least anyway. So we're going to go through this year's content and have a bit of fun ranking it. If you agree with the ranks that I put, let me know. If you disagree, feel free to change them yourself. My name is Ryan, and I have one question for you guys to answer in the comment section down below before we dive into today's content, and that is, of the entire year of 2024, which update from Jagex was your favorite? Which one made the biggest impact for you on the game and I guess lives with you throughout the entire year? For me personally, I actually probably getting muted, because I have to live with that shit every day. But my name is Ryan. You're watching a very special episode of Rune News. We're a very special Ryan. My name is Ryan. You're watching Rune News, and you're watching Rune News. Alright guys, here is the tier list. We have about 58 items down the bottom here to sift through. Most of them, in fact, they're all from my YouTube channel, from thumbnails that I've just kind of made a mental note on what happened that week. I'll go through briefly what each icon meant. It's not about my video or my content, it's about what Jagex or what happened to the RuneScape community with that content, or what content was in the video and how it impacted the game or how it impacted me or you guys. I'll be rating it on my own personal experiences and my own personal preferences. It's just worth noting that the reason the icon's in there is just so I know what I'm talking about. If you disagree with any of these icons, feel free to move them around in your own time. And most importantly, let's have a bit of fun. We're not going to beat around the bush too much. I want to keep this as short and as sweet as possible. In no particular order, but conveniently starting off with the first update of 2024 is them finally removing the Koren favor. Can you believe that? Koren favor was removed this year, and this was also the release of the Children of the Sun, which was our introduction to Valamor. This was immediately an A tier update, because removing the Koren favor was some of the best shit they've ever done in the game. It just made Koren and Zaya less dog shit. It was an incredible update. Children of the Sun was a mid-quest that took no time at all. Nothing majorly game-changing outside of that, but the Koren favor disappearing, immediately A-tier content. There's no debating that. Next up, we have Jagex changing the way that Christmas crackers work in the game, stopping people from real trading and gambling on stream, and I believe this is also part of some Mage Training Arena update too, to make Mage Training Arena better. Now, I'm fully responsible for the Christmas cracker changes, so you're welcome. Big update by Jagex. I think that's also an A-tier update. Absolutely huge. It doesn't really, like, real trading doesn't really affect a lot of players in the game. There's no major impact, especially when most people play Ironman. But it did stop a lot of people from making money through the game, through illegal means, and those people are just, in my experience, a lot of them are assholes, so they deserve to suffer, and I'm happy to be the one leading that ship. Next, this isn't RuneScape related. This is me spray painting the 1979 Valiant that I have down in the garage still. Love it. Great content. That's immediately S tier, completely biased. If you haven't checked out the car content, you are missing out. First time spray painting a car. I'm very happy with the way the job's done, and for those that aren't up to date, the car's great. It runs beautiful. I'm very happy with it. More car content coming soon after the Bali stream in February. Now, Jagex doing the Gay Pride Parade and doing a whole update around LGBT and gay pride. Shit's gay as fuck, and I have no interest in it. Don't care if they do it, don't care if they don't do it, but it's a waste of my fucking time, and to be honest, it's a waste of a week of updates. I've got to make shit up while I'm doing Rune News that week, so that's immediately an E-tier update. It just gets in the way, and it just causes drama and controversy amongst the community. People get shitty with it. We know people are going to get shitty with it. I don't care. I have no fucking bone in the fight. I don't give a shit. It's irrelevant to me, so immediately E tier. Now we have some drama, our first piece of drama here, which was Dino versus Odablock. for the Deadman Mode All-Stars because Dino and his team were doing some pretty dodgy shit, and there was a bit of back and forth between Odablock and Dino. Unfortunately for us, Dino acted like a complete fucking pussy the entire time, so the drama wasn't too heavy or heated. It was a fat dub for Odablock overall, but to be honest, it was D-tier drama. It wasn't really too much. There wasn't a lot going on. It kind of happened, it hyped, it died. And it was, yeah, Dino getting shat on all over. Now, we have Slayer partners coming to the game. Jagex bringing back Slayer partners. And I predicted that it was going to be pretty dead on release. Not a whole lot of people are doing it. And as far as I know, no one has mentioned Partner Slayer since they did the update. So that's some F-tier shit. You might be using it today, and that's good, mate. Congratulations, but I don't know a single person that's doing Partner Slayer with a smile on their face. Now, big update here. This one is for them giving us Mahogany Homes XP boost from the construction outfit for finishing the home. And I believe along with some other construction changes too through Mahogany Homes, making the menus easier, was a fat update overall. That's an A-tier update. That shit was huge for construction and just quality of life, removing unnecessary bullshit, and also giving us private instances in Hello Polka, which was a big update. Now, me getting muted. Honestly, I fucking hate being muted. That's why I'm keen to restart the Hardcore Ironman series in 2025. That's the new year, right? Because I won't be muted. But me being muted has made me more productive in game. It's very frustrating though. Absolutely deserved it, but I think I deserve an appeal because the person I was told to KYS deserved it for getting a 2KC Nightmare stuff. Their second ever night for Sunday Nightmare kill. So I'm gonna say B tier because it's a fucking meme that I'm still muted. Jagex deleting the forums, which no one ever used, so no one cares. That's some E-tier garbage right there with the gay parade. No one cares about the forums. Here we go. Jagex has basically buffed crystals in Prif. Like, crystal production across the board is huge. Crystal trees are like tripled. You get so many crystal shards doing Slayer in the dungeon now. Zolcano is effectively the best way to do AFK crystal thieving. I know you can still get the pickpocketing and the corrupted gauntlet, but Zolcano is that much better now that it is just one of the best ways, enjoyably, to get yourself some crystal shards. This is an A-tier update as well. They had some fat updates this year. So A-tier, I think I'm gonna put it here. I think in order, like closest to the letter on the side, is the better the update in that rank. So I think I'm gonna make it second best A-tier update so far. Now we have Jagex adding an axe to the Muttadar rooms and giving people XP Lance for their frog tokens. Pretty standard update, nothing too special. It was great for Cox goers, but overall just an average update, C tier, pretty standard stuff. Now we have the, what is that? That's Rathmore, I believe. Yeah, Summer Summit. Yeah, so this is for Rathmore getting no voted. That's good. That's B tier right there. Try it, yeah, they tried, they failed. It's funny, that's why it's B tier. I think that's fucking awesome. I personally voted yes for Rathmore. You vote no for griefing purposes. Maybe I voted no for griefing, I can't remember. But I was happy to accept Rathmore, but the fact that it didn't, it's everything that came from it is good content for me. B tier right there. Wild Graphic Sleets come to the game, which includes Burning Claws, the Tormented Synapses, Tormented Demons, the quest itself with big rewards. Great quest, great update, great content. Probably B tier, I think. Yeah, I think B tier. It's nothing major. It created some great metas with demon stuff, but at the end of the day, Tormented Demons is still a cunt to farm, so I think B tier. I think it was good, solid, nothing like amazing, groundbreaking, just new good content. Welcome to the game. I played some blackjack this year with the boys, put in 300 bucks, pulled out 3 grand. That's S tier. That's free money, dude. Hell yeah. All right, here we go. This is the Wintertodt beta. So Jagex, do you know how Wintertodt is today, as opposed to how it was like 2 months ago? Jagex wanted that beta tested. That's some F tier shit. That was the most frustrating thing to look at. Like, that was a waste of fucking time. Just put it in the game. Thank God they did. Finally. Run energy changes. Now, this is not the run energy changes how they want to change run energy. Sorry, this is actually the run energy always on. So in your settings, you go to your settings, type run, and you can change the threshold. So if you run out of run, you start walking, right? And then you run regens, or you drink a potion, and you set the threshold. I've got mine set to 2, I think. So as soon as my run energy hits 2, it automatically turns my run back on. Meaning if I drink a potion, it'll auto turn my run back on for me. Massive update. Absolutely fucking A tier. Probably the best update so far of the year that we've looked at here so far. Absolutely huge update. Probably bigger for me than some people, but it is a massive fucking update. Huge for Cox. Now, the actual Wintertodt update itself, buffing Wintertodt, was huge. That's A tier as fuck. It's awesome. It's so much more diverse. It's so much easier to do. People used it in leagues as well and learned, and it's a better system for Wintertodt overall. Less garbage. Wintertodt W. I bought a new car this year, and I nearly blew the motor, but it's good. It's running on E85. It's running good. It's clean. It's fast. It's freaky. It's S tier. Make sure you check out that content if you haven't already. Odablock getting killed by a cheater. Jagex handled this like dog shit. That's some E tier shit right there. So, Odablock got killed by a known cheater, was getting hunted for like 3 days straight. Told J-Mods. J-Mods waited, didn't intentionally wait, but failed to do anything about it until after he died and there was an uproar, which is just poor performance on Jagex's behalf. Their anti-cheat system is all over the place at the moment. It makes no fucking sense with how confident they say they are in the system, while simultaneously failing to do anything remotely useful with it. So, E-tier performance by Jagex. Content was great, of course, but it's just a fat L, and sit the fuck down, Odablock. Bad luck on the hardcore bounty hunter. Better luck next time. Oh, fuck, this dickhead. EVscape, yeah, he had a cry because... basic concept is it's only funny to EVscape if his friends do it. So I played into a joke, and he didn't see it as a joke, and he's retarded. I had to sit him down like 3 years in a row now. F tier for just straight up fucking loser. And now we have Rot getting exposed for cheating in Deadman mode. It took the entire Deadman mode season, the like 13th Deadman mode or something, 10th, 12th, however many Deadman modes there's been, they finally have had Jagex do something about it. Which was a massive L by Jagex, again, taking them this long, but Rot was finally banned. It took until after the finals, you know, live streaming it to 200,000 people, watching the cheating happening and going, yeah, in about 2 weeks we'll do something about it. But Rot did get banned effectively, which is good, and I think that's good for the community. That's B tier automatically. Another IRL video here where I went to a used car dealership and pretty much exposed how dog shit they are with their service and managing their stuff. Isn't it convenient how everything S tier on this list is not even RuneScape related? It's a shameless plug, but in all honesty, I don't give a fuck. Like, sue me, who cares? Next, we have the Curse of Arav coming to the game and new mobile UI updates. The mobile UI updates were massive. They were big. Curse of Arav was okay. I mean, I did the quest and I haven't done a fucking thing about it since. So it's just a C tier update. Like, the mobile updates were good. The quest itself was... it's a stepping stone to the next quest storyline, right? So... yeah, like, until then we can just write it off. By the way, if you're upset by the fact that all the S tier stuff is not RuneScape related, just write it off and ignore it. Like, if you don't care about it, I'm totally cool with you doing that. Just assume anything in S tier, if it's not RuneScape related and you're not interested, just fuck it off, alright? Don't... instead of having to cry in my comment section thinking I'm going to give a shit, just do that. Like, fucking make yourself easy, make your life easier. Sorry for yourself. Now, we have Did a Bitter claiming he had nothing to do with Rot, which was a lie, and he exposed himself in his own video. He's not an intelligent person, so this is an interesting turn of events. His YouTube channel's already in the gutter from like 2022, and it just keeps going downwards, and this didn't help his case at all. It took people this to realize how much of a moron he is. But look, at the end of the day, I expect absolutely fucking nothing less. I'm going to sit it in the E tier because it was funny to watch it happen. It was funny to watch him make these excuses like, you know, I didn't know what to do. I just did what I was told, which was to join the clan that wasn't pretending to be Odablock after sitting in it, knowing full well that it was Odablock's, like a fake clan of Odablock's. Quite obvious stuff. And just for some reason assumed no one would fucking pick that up when he's told the story. So, E tier because it was funny, but just, you're a fucking idiot. Manked. People were upset that mod Manked, the Jagex mod, took the name Rathmore. Before Rathmore came out, people were upset because he was going to buy the name, and Rathmore never came to the game. It fucking got no voted, dude. That shit's A tier as fuck. That's embarrassing. I mean, look, he wanted to hold on to the name just in case, but you have way too much faith in the playbase if you think a Wildy boss is fucking passing. Unfortunately, it just ain't happening. Our first Leagues 5 video here. This is just the Dagonov King Echo Boss there, but this is basically relating to the entire Echo Boss system and the Raging Echoes Leagues itself. I think Leagues 5 was S tier. I think Leagues 5 and the way it was done and the way it performs is excellent. We have our first S tier piece of content so far, and I might make some adjustments in a bit, but Daganov Kings, they just aircon, it's fucking hot in this room. The Echo bosses themselves were great content and really showed how simple bosses can be improved and made more challenging. And not only that, how certain mechanics can be incorporated into a whole new boss and are completely achievable, or at least we can try to achieve them in the main game without all the raids boosts. So I think Echo bosses were a fucking amazing part of the league this year. We have here Jagex banning boosting services in Discord servers. The problem I have with this is that Jagex is playing, you know, fucking touch button the park with this system, because they're only banning certain services, they're not banning all services, knowing full well that the majority of services are linked to real-world trading. I know you've probably got a friend that, oh, he does barbarian assault boosting, he does real-world trade, he's got billions. No, good for him, mate, that's good. It's good, mate, but his mates aren't, other people in there aren't. It's heavily linked to real-world trading. Either all of it should be okay or none of it should be okay. There should be way more banning. And like, there's people on Twitter that are like actively and proudly members of the community that are selling capes. Their names are about them selling capes. It's on their Twitter profiles. They're friends and hanging out with J-Mods in real life, and Jagex does nothing about it. It's like, you know these motherfuckers are selling capes, right? Their Discord servers are still open. What are you fucking doing? Jagex just has no fucking clue what they're doing. This is some D-tier shit, unfortunately. It's pretending to give a shit without giving a shit. Araxor coming to the game was pretty good. B tier, great boss, nothing too special, pretty basic. The drop table's dog shit. I still don't have a unique, but I got the pet. I'm at 600 KC with nothing to show for it. But pretty cool boss overall. Like, Araxor's a great addition to the game. New best of slot neck piece, why not? Rot made a video about them changing, becoming better people. It was incredibly cringe. It was dog shit. It was fake. Obviously, it was just a meme because they are still being the rats that they always were. It's F tier. Like, it was just really fucking hard to watch, and I would be fucking embarrassed if I was a member of Rot. Leagues 5, Combat Masteries. The Combat Mastery system, hot take, I think it was pretty B tier. The Combat Mastery system, the way you unlock Combat Masteries were great, but it was completely unbalanced. Like, range was incredibly strong. Mage, at least on paper, seemed really lackluster. The passives were... There was not enough encouragement to choose tier 6 for everyone. That was really tier 6 range that carried it. Melee was the most fun, but it just didn't really, like, some content Melee just can't keep up with unless you have that Hespori weapon, right, to help close that gap, and even then there's restrictions. So I think the Combat Mastery system itself, the idea is excellent and what we want and what I was wanting, but hopefully in the next league they refine it a bit more to make it not only easier to understand, but a little more balanced, or even more turbo broken in other fields. Having 100% accuracy on ranged was amazing, but not... It just made everything else seem like, why the fuck would I pick these other two? The idea was to make you not have to sit on one attack style like you would in previous leagues, and that's what... Like, Combat Masteries achieved that, for the most part. Unless you went range build, you didn't need to touch anything else. So, Combat Mastery system, excellent, but it needs improvement in terms of the balancing side of things. So that's why I'm putting it in B tier. It was great, but the balancing side is the problem I have with it, at least. Oh, this is Jagex getting rid of Christmas crackers again. Yeah, that's A tier. Fuck it, it's on there twice. Why not? What do we got here? Oh, this happened like 2 days ago. This is motherfuckers like catfishing people on Twitter and like having meltdowns because they got caught. They're like using one account and arguing with themselves. If you haven't seen the video, it's on my channel. I recommend go checking it out. Yeah, that shit's retarded. Whoever it is, they're a fucking living, breathing cancer patient. That's some E tier garbage, man. That guy's a freak. She's gone F for freak. Fuck it. That guy sucks. Summer Summit, overall pretty good. I'm gonna go B tier with the Summer Summit. It was pretty decent. We're only halfway through it because obviously we got the next 3 installments coming. Rathmore got fucking put in the bin, which is just funny in my opinion. Leagues 5 was great. Next we got the big game jam improvements coming up, so we should see some good quality of life stuff. API announcements. Project Xanaris is a complete fucking coping waste of time, which I guess is, you know, people realize I'm right once it comes out. The giant bosses are coming soon, which is awesome. And yeah, hopefully in the next summit we get to see some more content, because they said they're gonna stop doing Valimor after the final Valimor release. They're gonna slow down on the Valimor content, work on some other things. Maybe a raid, who knows? I doubt it, because we get a raid. Raids 3, sorry, we had like 14 months of polls and blogs before we actually got the raid. So we're not gonna see a raid within the next 12 to 18 months at least at this point, unless we get an announcement like next month. So Summer Summit was good overall, personally. I liked it. Leagues 5, this is the league in general. I think I'm going to put it A tier. Probably the best league I've played. Again, Leagues just proves that Project Xanaris is not going to succeed the way people think it is. It'll do fine, it just won't do... It's not going to be this big game-changing feature people are going to use. I think Leagues 5 has some really good content, and then things like the Combat Mastery needs a bit of improvement. The problem I have with Leagues is the same problem I have with every league, is that once you hit your end relic, your end Combat Mastery, your end region, the motivation to keep playing Leagues drops off, and it starts to drop fast, and you can play for a week. I know some of you are working full-time, you're not playing as much as me, I get that. But once you stop progressing, and the only progression from there is maxing and getting higher ranked trophies, a lot of the time it's like, why am I sitting here getting dupe arcanes from Cox and going triple the drop rate on the Saradome and Hilt when I can just fuck off back to the main game and do it there, you know? So that's just a league problem. I don't know if there's a way around it, unless you have like a superior tier 9 and tier 10, which are incredibly hard to get. But otherwise, it was a great league. Probably one of the best leagues I've done. I think maybe the best, that behind Leagues 2 maybe. Leagues 5 or Leagues 2 for sure, but I had a hell of a lot of fun, and the Echo bosses I did were excellent, and yeah, great league. I have zero regrets. Zero regrets. Now we've got the Jagex player support. Now this is where Jagex put a post out a couple of weeks ago and basically said, we want to do better for player support in 2025. After spending the entire year telling us how their botting system and their anti-cheat system is excellent and working. So, yeah. Until we see something good, I'm putting it in D tier. I want to see some fucking results. I don't want to see a fucking poll. I want to see some action. So D tier until we get results. Did a better, did his subathon for the release of Leagues 5 and didn't even make day 2. And he's been banning people and silencing anyone who criticizes him on it. So I wanted to put that in the video to make sure that he knows that I know that he knows that I know. Sit the fuck down, dude. Get absolutely fucking wrecked. Something about faking it till you make it without ever making it or something, I don't know. The run changes are on here. This is the release of Valamor, Part 2, with the Huey Coddle. A lot of people were disappointed with that. I think overall, this is with the Huey Coddle, the Addle thingy, whatever it's called, the Amoxicladdle, the new Herbal minigame. It was decent. I think B tier. It's got to be better than the Defender of Valk for sure. Probably around the same as Wild Graphic Sleeps. I mean, I don't use a whole lot of Valamor. It's other than the Coliseum, it's a lot of mid to early game content that I'm not only my account but my skills are beyond. So I don't find a lot of interest in it. But I will be pursuing it on the hardcore, of course. When we go back to that, we'll have to, because there's a lot of good content in there for Ironman and hardcores alike. But yeah, I think B tier is a fair place for the Valamor Part 2 release. It was fine. It was pretty bug-free. There weren't a whole lot of bugs. There was no, like, no, what are they called? Rollbacks or anything. It was pretty smooth. And the Huey Coddle's pretty good mass content. Like, they could maybe have bigger teams soon, hopefully, but... for mass content on the stream, it's great. People love it, so that shit's good. Oh no, another non-RuneScape video of me having a car. Yeah, that goes here. If you don't like it, just ignore it. But I got a new car and it's good. Evo 7, very good. Eviscape just couldn't keep my name out of his mouth. There he is again, talking shit. Absolutely unable to back up anything he says, which just puts him in F tier again because he's just not an intelligent person. He's just a fucking idiot. If you've seen the videos, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, feel free to watch them. They're pretty funny. Jagex has announced a new Hunter skilling boss. Giant blood square thing with blood shards. I don't know if that's going to pass the poll. This is all through Game Jam. This Game Jam was... I'm going to put it in B tier because it does look great, but there's a lot of concerns I've seen from the community and thinking about it myself. I hope they do the Kiat with the Kiat pet instead of like changing the color of the Quetzal to the Raven. You can do both, why not? But... it's a game jam at the end of the day, so maybe even put it in C tier because it's not really... it's just an idea. So yeah, I'm going to put it in C tier. It's an idea for the game. It's not actually content, but it is a good game jam blog. Winter Summit. This happened early in the year. This was for the release of Wild Graphic Sleeps, updating the Wilderness, release of Valamor Part 1, and the Defender of Varrock. Winter Summit overall was pretty solid, and they executed it greatly. They did everything they needed to do. Yeah, Winter Summit was B tier. The summits are always good. They're never amazing, blow them out of the park. Sometimes, like when you watch them, I get a bit disappointed with some of the announcements, but overall, like when you sit back and consume it and the content actually comes to the game, you go, shit, that's not bad. It's good. So I like Winter Summit, good stuff. Reddit got mad at me and had a cry. That's S tier as fuck. Fuck Reddit, you guys suck. Scurrius came to the game. Might be S tier, honestly. I think Scurrius is S tier. Bit of a hot take. How do I put Scurrius above all these other updates? Well, Scurrius pretty much changed. It formed your meta in fucking leagues to start with. But Scurrius has changed the game for early game PVM. If you don't understand this, then you might never understand it. But I'll try to explain it best I can. The majority of RuneScape players don't actually have a fucking clue what they're doing. And don't consume a lot of content online with RuneScape. They're very casual players. A lot of them will watch YouTube. They won't be watching streams. They won't be on the Twitter and Discord spaces. They just play super casually, and Scurrius builds a bridge for a lot of PVM learners, and I think it was a very successful early game boss that has pretty much shifted the meta for how to farm and how to gain combat experience while learning mechanics, rather than sitting at crabs or encouraging people to go to Nightmare Zone. Also, no monkey died on a hardcore ironman to Scurrius because he chose to take an archer's ring for whatever fucking reason to Scurrius, and that automatically makes it S tier. But I think Scurrius itself was just an excellent addition. It was a really good addition to the early game, and it's a very simple boss to do in the late game too if you've already got the skills. So I see zero drawbacks with Scurrius, literally none. Next we have Real Traders getting banned, I think. Oh no, this is, oh no, okay. This is Jagex, or a JMod on Twitter, saying, pretty much confirming that if you trade someone who's real traded, you're at risk of getting banned, regardless. Pretty much confirming Jagex can't tell what or who when it comes to trading. This is some E tier shit. It's really bad. Really bad to have had that come through from Jagex. I don't condone that shit, obviously. You should not be responsible for someone else's incompetence. But hopefully with this player support stuff, they improve it this year. Hopefully, just be careful who you trade. Play Iron Man until it's safe. Wilderness update, the Rogue's Chest is now one of the best XP methods for thieving in the game. There's lots of bots there, but there's a lot of people to kill as well. New PKing hotspots. And they buffed the Scorpio drop table, which would make it S tier if they actually did the Scorpio drop table properly. They either half-assed it or haven't finished it yet. I'm pretty sure someone was telling me the other day that Scorpio drop table is not done yet, so that probably brings it to A tier. Maybe even... Don't you fucking dare go off while I'm recording. Excuse me. B tier, I think I'm going to put it in because really, it's only a half-assed update. They promised one thing, they haven't delivered it yet, still to this day. So we've been doing Callisto Masses all year, basically, for the last like few months at least anyway, and we're going to continue doing it into the next year. Every Monday we do a mass. We get it like 80, 100 plus people in a Callisto cave. We kill Callisto and we fuck teams up. We've had like 3-4 clans group up and still lose against us. We got the numbers. It's big. Rot gets sat the fuck down. Sight gets sat down. APC gets sat down. No one has been able to contest us. We are consistently dominating and we are S tier for that. And if you come into the Callisto Masses and you're getting involved in the PKing, you're fucking S tier too. That shit is awesome. That's good fun. Every Monday, we're going to keep doing it. It might actually be, I'm going to make it number one. In fact, I'm going to make it number one over here. That shit is so fun. I enjoy it greatly. Now we have the Fang nerf and the Scythe buff. You guys remember when they did that? They removed the double accuracy roll from Slash on the Fang, and they buffed the Scythe to make the Scythe stronger, consume less charges, cheaper to charge, and more accurate as well. I think this even came with the Magic Gear buff too. That was an S tier buff. That was the Project Rebalance. That shit was good. The Scythe is like never been better. It's in a healthier spot. It's triple the price it was at the start of the year. That was a mad fucking update. Big for the game, big for the economy, big for the community. That shit's all the way over there. Now we have something about Jagex giving away free money. Oh yeah, this is the agility skilling rework stuff. Sorry, I don't know why it says free money. I was clickbaiting or some gay shit. So this is reworking agility, not to make agility better, but to make the linear progression of agility more stable. It gave you level 1 agility in Shazian and Draenor Village, which was really nice. It gave you better XP rates, especially if you did your diaries. Pretty B tier content overall. It came with all the other changes too, like thieving with the clue scrolls and stuff like that. I can't remember the other ones exactly, but I know that it was quite a strong, actually it might even be A tier. It was quite a strong update overall for the year, with the skilling updates and the rebalances, definitely. Deadman mode in general, I'm going to be honest with you, Deadman mode is just becoming worse and worse content, unfortunately. Oh, you don't play Deadman properly, you don't understand PKing. No, I do, I understand PKing better than you, cunt. Here's the reality of the situation, you're going to like this check, but it's fucking real. The best Deadman modes, the most successful Deadman modes you guys have had are the ones that encourage PVMing. Encourage people to come and kill bosses and farm gold and do raids and then sell the money. Because PVMing is the only reason that Deadman mode is having its success, which further illustrates the fact that for PKing and PvPing to survive, you need PVM, you need the skillers, you need the people that aren't interested. You need those to carry a Deadman mode games, and that's exactly why it fucking sucks. Like, it's like, I enjoy playing it for like a week or two, but you got clans locking it down. It's competitive PvP in a game that isn't designed for competitive PvP. The wilderness is competitive. No, like your MMORPGs are not competitive PvP games as opposed to other gaming genres. You've got to understand that before I see the idiot comments down below. I'm just beating you to the punch. The fact is, it's that RuneScape is not a competitive PvP game. There's competitive PvP inside of RuneScape in its own shell, its own bubble, but it's not a competitive game for PvP like Counter-Strike would be, or like Dota or League of Legends or Deadlock or something like that, you know? Those games are more dedicated to PvP content that's competitive, like Warzone and Fortnite, shit like that. RuneScape just ain't it. And it needs the support of the rest of the game to make the PvP more successful. They're going to keep doing Deadman, but they're just giving away money prizes to people who fucking cheat. It took them until after this Deadman mode to actually ban the cheaters. It took them weeks to kind of figure it out, which is insane. I think this year, at least, Deadman was a bit of an E tier. It was great doing the rifts. It was great playing it for the short period, but at the end of the day, it just ain't it, man. Leagues is better for a reason. Leagues is fucking better for a reason. Rune Pouch. This is the Rune Pouch update that came from the game jam that Mod Ash designed, allowing you to change your runes inside the Rune Pouch in your bank. S tier. Doesn't matter what anything else happened on that update. That Rune Pouch update is massive. Fucking S tier. Leagues. This is just for the Leagues reveals in general, the way they handled revealing all of the relics, everything, all 15 of those tiles. How did they handle doing it? They did a fucking good job. I think it's A tier. I'm running out of space up here, but I think it's A tier. I think it's good. I think I did a good job releasing everything, just kind of pacing it out. They did a bad job at doing it at the same time every day. I don't know if there was an intention to do that. Like, you watch the Discord and the JMods are spending more time like parasocially teasing people in the Discord rather than posting it. I don't really care for that because I was streaming the whole time anyway. It was good content for me, free content, but it did feel a little unorganized on releases, but the details, it was all very clear, it was all very straightforward. They did a fucking good job and it made for a great league, so A tier shit right there. Oh yeah, this is when Scatizo cheated on West Ham, and West Ham was like, I didn't know it was gonna happen. Like, fucking how many times do people have to tell you? How many times do I have to tell you after your bum buddies were like, fucking, no, don't talk shit about it, and when I warned you, but is what it is. Yeah, just more E tier, F tier. All the drama this year was just fucking garbage. Just fucking retards being the degenerates they are. It's just all shit. Like, there was no fun in it. It was just, I told you, I'm right. Me proving all these idiots wrong again for like the fucking 50th time. What are you gonna do? They don't call me the king for nothing. Oh, this drama was good actually. Sorry, I forgot about this. No Monkey versus Adicon over the Burning Claw, Dragon Claw situation. That was beautiful. It stems some other weird No Monkey drama within like his Discord, or like it like kind of crossed over with it because his mods were being really weird. I do feel bad for No Monkey on that part because when I was learning about it, they were like hating on No Monkey because he wasn't doing enough like Inferno speedrunning. He was just having fun playing the game. So like the mods in his Discord like made a resistance against No Monkey. It was really weird and creepy. So like that shit was wild. But relating to the No Monkey Adicon drama itself, it was pretty tame, but it was good to see them go back and forth with their discussions, their debates, and kind of just, it was dad versus dad to see what they thought. At the end of the day, I'm pretty sure Adicon came out on top, but I don't think there's any bad blood between them. There shouldn't be, there's no need to be. But it was a good discussion. It was a good way to kind of clear the air very quickly in the community between Burning Claws and Dragon Claws. Let the two big dogs go at it and see what happens. Brighter Shores came out. Brighter Shores died. What do we got here? Guardians of the Rift, update and changes. Yeah, that took a fucking long time to happen, which is why I'm putting it in the C tier, because I'm still not going to fucking do it anyway. And like the changes were whatever, and it took them fucking 3 months to do it, which was crazy because the changes didn't even seem that big. So thank you for getting it done finally, but that's some C tier performance right there. What is this? I feel like this is something I've done recently, maybe not. Something about, oh, this is Project Xanaris. Oh my god. So private servers, Jagex is bringing private servers to the game. A lot of confusion about this, so let me clear the air for you. Private servers, some people think that they're designed to get players from other private servers to come to Oldschool Runescape from the private servers they're playing on other websites. That's not going to fucking happen. No way. There's private servers out there playing RuneScape where you can summon Exodia and obliterate your fucking opponent. They're going to drop that for that they've invested money into probably for some Project Xanaris shit. The customization that Jagex has shown for Project Xanaris doesn't give me a lot of hope. It feels like there's not a whole lot of customization to the game. It's just pick an XP rate. I was hoping there'd be a lot more private server-ish customization, but also I just think the hype behind it stems from people watching Gillenor games and the Deadman All-Stars and going, oh yeah, I need that. They're just parasocial, and then they'll realize very quickly, like you will with Leagues 5, once you get to Tier 8, Area 3, and the Combat Masteries, you're fucking off back to the main game. As soon as a new boss, raid, quest, whatever comes out in the main game, you're dropping your Xanaris private server and you're going back to the main game to make sure that shit, otherwise you're going to fall behind. You're going to get that shit done. I think this will have population, but I don't think it'll be very big. There's going to be easily, after 3 to 6 months, I'm putting in the E tier, easily after 3 to 6 months, Project Xanaris will have less than 10,000 active players. I'm willing to bet. And that's why it's not going to work. You've got to pay for the servers as well, which I guess I understand why you got to pay for the servers, but fuck that. That's insane. Finally, we have the sailing. This is the most recent sailing announcement, which gives us the mild beta coming soon, the alpha beta, the alpha test or whatever, coming soon. This blog gave me a lot of confidence towards sailing from previous blogs. This was their best sailing blog yet. This is what they needed to release. They needed to give us a lot of information. They did a good job doing it. That's going in the C tier until we see more, I think. We're going to quick rundown now on the tier list so we can wrap up the video because I don't want it to be too much longer. F tier is basically just all the degenerates getting caught out for their dumb shit or just embarrassing content I wouldn't fucking do just in my life. Partner Slayer. The fucking beta for Wintertodd. Escape twice is a moron. Rot, full of cringes. The weird catfishing thing. Did a bit of only 2 days, not even 2 days. Skatizo just being the usual dumbass ho she is. And then Brighter Shores is just, I mean, I've got like rank 100 and something. Woodcutting, that's it. It's not for me personally. PoE is way better. E tier, forums, no one cares about the forums. The gay parade, no one cares. Odablock cheating, Odablock getting killed by the cheater. Jagex took way too long to respond. Did a bit of embarrassing himself again. We've got Jagex, JMods confirming that you can get banned for trading someone who's real traded in the past. Deadman's falling off and Project Xanaris all E tier. D tier is just the drama between Odablock and Dino was mid, which is Dino being a bitch. The Jagex should be doing a better job with the boosts, like the boost services. They should be doing better. And the player support, I'm not putting any higher until we see some fucking results. C tier is pretty standard content, nothing major, or there's more to come soon. Mudder Dolls, the extra acts and stuff, the Defender of Varrock, just a game jam. Adicon, no monkey drama. The Guardians Rift changes were just there, but they're, some meme content which involved the first Escape one down here came from that video. And then the sailing stuff, I won't be putting that higher or lower until I see some more. B, I'm muted. Fuck me, I guess. Rathmore fell in the poll. Sit. Wildgover sleeps. Rock getting banned, finally. Araxor coming to the game. Combat Masteries were probably, while a great addition to the league, just need a bit of rebalancing and they'll be perfect, really. Summer Summit was great. Winter Summit was great. Valamore 2 was great. And the Wilderness changes would have been better if they actually did the fucking Scorpio changes. Run Energy Always On is massive. No more Koren Favor. Huge. We got the better Crystal Shard drops. Massive, again. The improvements to Mahogany Homes, and look at all these fucking red arrows. I'm just in there to get you guys to click my videos. Hey, Jesus. We got the Wintertodd update, which was actually really big. Mod Mank getting Rathmore names, sniping the Rathmore name just for it to fail the poll is just A tier content. Always will be. You're welcome for having the Christmas Crackers banned, guys. Leagues 5 was A tier. It was great content. The skilling rework was great, and the way that they revealed the Leagues 5 stuff was awesome. S tier, you've got the Callisto Masses every Monday, boys. It's fucking awesome. The weapons rework was honestly big. All my car and gambling, well, I say gambling content, I won 3 grand once, wanted to celebrate it, but the car content itself is awesome, especially this one here. If you haven't, you've got to check out this used car dealership one. It's big. And then we've got, yeah, the Echo Bosses were excellent in my opinion. Reddit getting upset is awesome. Scarius was low-key the sleeper update of the year, just a massive fucking dub. And then the Rune Pouch update was always going to be S tier no matter what. And that's going to wrap up Rune News this week, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate the support. I know you probably want the rest of the Rune News segments, but we're going to just wrap it up here. I don't want this to be too much longer, so I'll leave you with one short and sweet message, and that is that RuneScape 3 is fucking dog shit. This is the easiest move in the raid. It's quite simple. You got a big boy. Look at him. God damn. Fuck me. Look at that boy. It's huge. You got a big boy.